Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel Farmer Drone. I've been invited to ride along in a John Deere Model S670 to film and record a wheat harvest. There's lots of room in the cab, so come along for the ride. This combine is the Model 700 series from John Deere, Model S670, and is a 2016 model. The 35-foot flexible draper head is a John Deere Model 635 FD. The harvest is being videoed at Midlee Farms near Vernon, Ontario. It's incredibly quiet inside this John Deere 670. I have a GoPro camera mounted inside as well as outside on this video. The hopper capacity of the John Deere 670 combine is 300 bushels.
Last night, it looked like a really heavy, good crop.
Yeah, and for some reason that other field it wasn't yielding as good, and we got a big rain in May, and it went down on us before it headed out, and I think that kind of affected that kind of nutrient uptake into the head of the plant. But here it stayed up a little bit better, and the yield this is my yield on the side here. It's our live 13.2% moisture and doing a little over 2.5 ton, but I think we're yielding close to 3 ton in this field, or a little over 3 ton.
2.5 ton per acre?
To the acre, yeah.
Wow. Now, is this wind or rain that knocked it down?
Rain. With those big heavy rains and wind too, you get the two of them at the same time. It's the worst. But it's sometimes it's a good sign when you get wheat that we call it lodging, because it means there's a lot of weight there and the stalk isn't strong enough to hold it up.
Okay, so it's got a good head on it.
Yeah, which here it seems to be the case. We got a good yield, but if it goes down before it heads out, when it's just a plant, that's not a good thing.
This combine, with a 35-foot draper head, weighs just under 50,000 pounds. Are you going to store the harvest, or is it sold already?
Got it all sold direct. It's going to, it was sold to the Port of Johnstown.
This is the Port of Johnstown on the Saint-Laurent River in Prescott, Ontario.
Pretty cool old building. It's really cool underneath the bins, and you see the conveyors and all that. And
yeah.
These grain elevators can load 1,200 tons of grain per hour. Over 200 million tons are shipped annually on the St. Lawrence Seaway. With an offload speed of 3.3 bushels per second, the 670 combine can unload in 90 seconds.
This is a soft red winter wheat is what we're harvesting. It was planted last October after a corn silage crop, and then kind of goes dormant through the winter, and then first thing in the spring it takes off, and it's usually a pretty good yield advantage over spring wheat, and it's also, you get to harvest it in mid-July into July versus spring wheat where you're usually waiting till the early August, mid-August. So
Right. 2100 is that the engine RPM?
yeah, 2100 engine RPM, 2.5 miles per hour. And then I've got my specifics for the combine here on the armrest. We're running our rotor at a little over 1,000 RPM. A concave clearance set at 5 millimeters. The fan is a little over 1,000 RPM.
In here that they were, the other fella was locking something down here.
Yep, that was for the
right there. Yeah.
the quick connect for the hydraulics.
Okay.
And
Quick connect for the hydraulics.
which also is that does the pin mechanism that locks the head in place at the bottom. And then there's
a 35 foot.
Yeah, 35-foot Flex Draper. We're running it in flex mode right now. I'm trying to pick up all the down wheat, but it does a pretty good job. It gets, even the really, really flat stuff, it picks most of it up. Because we'll bale the straw in a couple days, and then we'll use the straw.
I found the cab of this John Deere combine exceptionally quiet. This model 670 is powered by a 9-liter engine. Fuel capacity is 950 liters. Picking up the wheat today is a 2012 model John Deere 7280. The 7280 is powered by a 9-liter John Deere engine, the same engine that appears in the 670 combine. The grain cart is an 850 bushel Unverferth 9250 and can offload in 2 minutes. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video, and stand by for a lot more. May the sun always shine on your crops.